Hey guys, it's SimQueen, and today I'm doing the Princess Villain Challenge. So this is a build challenge that was created by Simarchy and Koffee. I saw that they posted on Twitter. It was called the Princess vs. Villain Challenge, and basically it was a furnish challenge. So they had uploaded this sort of duplex-like thing to the gallery, and the idea was to furnish it using two characters from Disney movies. They had a list of them. There was Ariel and Ursula, Sleeping Beauty and Maleficent, Belle and Gaston, Snow White and the Evil Queen, Jasmine Jafar, Tiana and the other one whose name I don't know, Mulan and the other one that I don't know, and Anna and Elsa and Prince Hans. So I was looking at the ones that had already been uploaded to the gallery, and it seemed like a lot of people were doing the Ariel and Ursula one, which actually was the one that I was more leaning towards. But as you can tell, maybe or maybe not, by my use of the color yellow, I went for Belle and Gaston. I thought that'd be really fun, and I really love The Beauty and the Beast. It's one of my favorite movies, and the one that just came out with Emma Watson was so good. I enjoyed it so much. So I thought it'd be a really fun one to do, and after just getting back from Disneyland, I'm still like in such a Disney place in my mind. Like I'm all about Disney right now, and I thought this would be a really fun challenge to do. And so what I did is I actually did put on the gallery as well, because it was Simarchy's tweet that I saw. She said that on February 25th, they were going to do a Twitch live stream where they were going to go through and tour all the houses that were uploaded to the gallery. So they were going to do one on the 25th and then one on the 26th as well, I think. But either way, I wanted to get these uploaded in time for that live stream, just in case mine was featured on there. I will be watching it just to see if it gets on there. But I mean, it's already, I uploaded mine on Valentine's Day, so the 14th. And there's already a lot on there, so I'm not really confident that they're going to go through all of them, but hopefully I would love to see mine on there. I think it's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's the best one on there, that's for sure, but I put a lot of work into it, and it was really fun to do. So for Belle's apartment, I used a lot of the color yellow, as you can see. And there were a few details that I added throughout the house that I think just scream Belle. This little area here that I'm doing is actually her library, which was really fun to do. I stacked the bookcases on top of each other so that they went all the way up to like the second floor, and then I put like a little chair and a lamp in there and books everywhere. And as for the rest of the house, you will see little piles of books in almost every room, just because she does love to read. We already know that, and so I did want to try and make it look like she does a lot of reading. Like there's a little balcony where I put some books. There's some books in her like office area, but the library I think is really cute, and it does have that secret bookshelf door as well leading into it. So you go into the kitchen there, and there's like a bookshelf that is actually a door. You can open it up and go into her library. But here I am just stacking up all the books that she would be reading. It was a little dark in there as well, so I did put a lamp next to the chair and a little rug too. I just love this apartment. Like the color yellow wasn't always my favorite, still really isn't, but I love the way it looks. I'm happy with how the kitchen turned out. I think it's really cute. And then I also wanted to include a few little Easter eggs as well. So I put like the little, what's the word? Oh, what's the word? It's like candle something. Candelabra? Is that the word? I don't know. I put that there, and like a little clock, and then the teapot, which is supposed to represent the characters like Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Mrs. Potts. So I put those all on one table together. I did get a screenshot of the three of them together as well. And then at the top of the stairs, I took another screenshot. There's going to be like a little table with a rose in it. Well, not in the table. On top of the table, there's a little rose in a vase, which I thought was really cute and kind of symbolized the movie as well. But I just love those three items sitting on that table there, because you can totally tell what they represent, and it was a really fun little added detail that I did there. Also put like the piano, I guess organ, upstairs as well. And now this area I thought would be a good area to be like kind of an office space. So I put that desk in there that's cluttered up with a bunch of books, and put in like a kind of another little reading area. I feel like she would always be reading in a different spot, whether it's outside on her deck, in her library, in her office, in her room. There's a lot of places to do that. And since I think Belle would be the type of sim, if she was a sim, to build her skills a lot too. So I did put a chess table in there as well. More bookshelves, of course. Books are everywhere. But I think it looked really cute. It turned out really well. Just put some cluttery items there as well. I think she would be probably a neat sim, but at the same time she would have lots of clutter and stuff around, just because I think that's kind of her style. So now I'm just changing some of the lights, moving them around, making sure they're centered, and then putting out a little chair here, as well as I think some potted plants and of course some more books. And that is it for Belle's apartment on the upstairs. And downstairs we are doing Gaston's, so I kind of did the same not same layout, but the same, I guess it is kind of the same. The kitchens are both in the same area of the house in the back corner there. So for Gaston, he's the kind of guy who is, he's super macho, kind of full of himself. I wanted this to have a very masculine vibe, and as well as like a hunter kind of vibe, or I don't know, like a rustic type thing. So I gave him that wood stove there. I thought maybe he would like to, like, I don't know, he'd be old school in the way that he cooks, if he cooked at all. And for some reason I was using green when I meant to use red, so I do go back and I change the walls to a red, because Gaston, if you look at him, he just wears like red and black mostly. I don't know where I was getting the green from. I was totally off on that. So yeah, I used a lot of the colors that you see him wearing. Like most of his apartment is red. I wish I had put in a fireplace somewhere, but I never did. There just didn't seem to be enough room for it. But I did use the more rustic fridge and the more rustic stove, just because I thought that suited him really well as like the rock backsplash, I guess you could call that, in the kitchen as well. But yeah, I think that his kitchen turns out pretty good, since he is like a hunter type guy. Like he likes to impress people with his hunting skills. Unfortunately, we don't, well, not unfortunately, I don't really want it, but we don't have hunting in the game. So I didn't really know how to represent that sort of like, I don't even know what you would call that hunter's vibe. But I thought maybe putting some of those like fresh herbs on the wall there, and like the that little, whatever that is, like it's a vase almost, or like a container of pumpkins, and that weird little decoration on the countertop. I thought maybe those are things that he collects and gathers, and like the jarred stuff on the back wall there as well. I just thought those kind of were my way of representing that he's like this hunter-gatherer, provider type guy. He does his own thing. So apparently he likes to pickle his own vegetables because he's got all that jarred stuff on the back wall. And then this room here, I made this a dining room. Could have easily been the living room, but I thought it suited the dining room. I used that rug there that I thought maybe could have been like an animal skin or whatever, or an animal fur from something that he used, which is like a weird thing to say, but I used a lot of rugs that I thought would have been from, like, they looked like they were actually from animals. That was my way of like showing off his hunting skills. Like he uses his own fur for rugs. And then I put in just like a table there with some books and just other little cluttery items. Trying not to use the same stuff I use all the time, which is kind of tough. Just put like a chair in there. And it was kind of hard to really get Gaston's character in this apartment because I didn't really know how he would live his life. Like, I thought the rustic look was pretty good, but we don't really have any packs that suited him really well, so it was a little bit tough to do, but I think it turned out okay. Not as good as Belle's. I really love Belle's apartment. I think it's perfect, but for Gaston, it's a little bit more difficult. So now I think I'm going into the living room, where I did put in like a couch and TV. Belle's apartment did not have those things because I felt like she would not spend that much time watching TV. She would be more interested in reading and building her skills. And Gaston, I mean, I don't think he's overly intelligent, so like why would he need those things? And then I used these like ducks and chickens and things, and like thought maybe they could be like taxidermied animals that he's killed before. I don't know. That was what I was going for there. If we had like deer mounts and things like that you could hang on the wall, I thought that would be so perfect, but we don't have anything like that in the game. Which is probably okay, because like I don't want dead stuff really. I would never use it except for this build. I thought it would be perfect, but did put some bookshelves there. Of course, he probably doesn't use them that much, but I need to fill that wall in a little bit. And I did use that cowhide looking rug as well. like I said, trying to make it look like the hunter lives here, using as many of those things as I can. And this is a little half bath that I'm putting in here. Nothing too exciting there, just like all the typical stuff. More paintings. And then I think I go on to the next bathroom, which is a full bath. Bathrooms are not very exciting in this build. They're pretty small, actually. But they were pre-built like that, so I didn't actually do the floor plan in either of these apartments. They were already built by Simarchy and Koffee. And I think they did a pretty good job because they have about 2 bedrooms each. But I kind of just turned them into whatever I wanted. Like, I only used 1 bedroom, and then in this build, I made it the other room a gym. I also put a bunch of mirrors all over the place because Gaston is very full of himself. He's very vain and conceited, and he would love to look at himself all the time. So I made sure to put a lot of mirrors around. You'll see me put one in the hallway. There's one in the living room, and there's actually 2 in his bedroom. But that is pretty much it for the build. We're kind of just wrapping it up now. I'm just going to do the gym. I thought maybe he would like to kind of work on his fitness a little bit. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to check out Koffee and Simarchy's stream, which is on February 25th and 26th. You can probably find the times on their Twitter accounts because I don't remember. But anyway, that is it for this build. Thanks for watching.